already the self and mutual inductance. Today we will discuss now the series and parallel combinations of inductances. Just like resistance here, if these are the two resistances here R1 R2, then series formula here is equivalent resistance in series is this, and parallel combination we know the Rp will be R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2, or 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Just like the resistance in inductance also we are getting the same thing. L1 L2 are the individual inductance of the two coils, and here if we suppose we connect like this and they are very well separated, it means there is no mutual inductance. In that case we are getting the same formula. Here also we are getting the same formula for inductances in parallel. LP will be L1 L2 upon L1 plus L2. But suppose if they are close, it means we have to consider the mutual effect also. In that case difference is here. Suppose you connect like this or you connect like this. In case of resistance there is no problem, we are getting the same result. But in the inductance, suppose current is flowing like this, and this is the clockwise, which is the south pole, north pole, south pole, north pole. Then we are taking the current is flowing like this. Suppose this is the case, if we connect like this, current is flowing, although that is in series case, this is the series combination. But think about this is the south pole, this is the north pole, and current is entering like this. So it is the south pole, it is north pole. Difference is here. The nearby poles are opposite, and here just same. So in that case, mutual effect will be minus, and this case will be plus. There is no difference in case of resistance, but here we are finding the difference. In one case it opposes initially, and in this case it not pole opposes, so it supports. Here m square upon say plus minus twice of m. Got it? So in general we can write here like this. Plus minus, here also plus minus, here minus s square. Please note down this one. This is the series and this is the parallel combination. There is no effect of mutual inductance in resistance. So we know resistance. It is also the resistance opposition. It is also opposition. But difference is here. In resistance there is no difference. Here difference is there. If the polarity supports or opposes, mutual effect will be considered differently. There is no such effect in case of resistance. Okay. So sometimes mutual effect supports, sometimes opposes. Okay. So next topic here or next chapter here is AC, alternating current. Alternating current. Here the difference we know in the current electricity chapter. AC means here alternately polarity changes, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, like. So this is called AC. Whether it is current or EMF, varying with time. This is AC, where in DC, this is called DC, there is no change in the polarity, so it is called constant DC, whereas these are the variable DC. This is the case only which is AC. So in AC, polarity of current and voltage changes continuously, alternately, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, like this. So it is called AC, and we are discussing here AC in detail. Here AC, current and voltage, is denoted with like this sinusoidally or with cos function also. It can be written E equal to E naught sin omega t also and cos omega t also. What is the difference between these two functions? Both are representing the AC, because in sine and cos functions graph is like this. In sine function it starts from 0, in cos function it starts from maximum. This is the only difference. So in start only we can say, we can get whether it is cos function or sine function. After some time we are getting the same thing. So that if t is equal to 0, sine 0 is 0, t is equal to 0, cos 0 is maximum 1. So this is the starting point only, which decides here whether it is sine function or cos function. Sine cos functions are continuous functions, repetitive functions, alternately changes the directions also. So these are the most suited mathematical expressions for alternating current and voltage. Either you write right here I is equal to y naught sin omega t or I is equal to y naught cos omega t. The phase difference between sine function and cos function is how much? It is 0. It comes here after 90 degree, and at 0 degree it is maximum, at 90 degree it is maximum. So the phase difference between the sine function and the cos function is 90 degree. We can write this function I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2 on 90, or if it is lagging, minus 90. Got it? So we represent AC either by sine function or by cos function. I think there is no doubt, it is very simple thing, because most of you are say bio students, so you should know. Math students, they know sine function, cos function, they have plotted the graphs also. But in your cases, say sine function, cos functions are continuous. Start from 0, then it is sine function. Start from maximum value, it is cos function. And the phase difference between sine and cos function is 90 degree. Okay. Now question is, what value of current and voltage we can measure? And they say there's no such question arises, but here definitely, because if suppose we consider here the sine function, find out the average value of this in one full cycle. Because positive negative, so you add it. This is the one cycle, 0 to t. This is the time period. Time period means this is the time period in which one cycle completes, and the linear distance is called wavelength. And this is the maximum distance either side from the mean value, it is called amplitude. So this is called amplitude, means this is the maximum value here, this is the instantaneous value I, and this is the maximum value. Either you write I naught, or you write I maximum, or you write I peak value. This is the amplitude. So what is the amplitude? This is the maximum value. Either side from the mean value. Mean value from the mean position. This is the maximum displacement. It is a displacement y. So maximum is the current or voltage. It is the maximum value, which is the maximum here from mean position either side. And time period, this is the time taken to complete one cycle. So what is the average value? Plus minus, if you are taking the average for full cycle, that is 0. It means we cannot measure the average value in case of AC. It is not showing you any value reason behind it. It is very fast. Suppose 50 cycles per second in our household supply, AC is coming, the frequency here is 50 cycles per second. So instantaneous value also we cannot think even to measure, because it's very fast changing. In one cycle, how much time it is taking? 1 by 50. 1 by 50 seconds. It is very less time. And instant value, it is with very fast speed. In one cycle even, there are many values, infinite values. So instantaneous values cannot be measured. Value instantaneous current and voltage cannot be measured. The average value cannot be measured. Only RMS value can be measured. What is RMS value? Root mean square value can be measured. If you square it, positive square is positive, negative square is also positive. And now we are taking the mean value, it will not be 0. Because positive, negative, we are taking the average, it will become 0. Positive square is positive, negative square is also positive, and now we are taking the mean, it will never be 0. So square it, then take the mean, because unnecessarily we have taken the square, so we have to take the root also. That is what is called RMS value, root mean square value, which is never 0. So in AC, we can measure only RMS value. We cannot measure average value, we cannot measure instantaneous value, because it is very fast changing. Even we cannot think it to measure. Only RMS value, root mean square value can be measured. Got this point? For AC only RMS value can be measured. Got it? Now suppose if we want to find out the value, average value, not for full cycle but for half cycle. Just we are not interested to measure it, but we are interested to find out the average value only for half cycle, because for full cycle it is 0. So our objective here to find out the average value for half cycle and find out the RMS value for full cycle, because in RMS value there is no question arises of 0 in case of RMS value, because we have squared it. So now we are going to derive two expressions, one for average value for AC in half cycle and RMS value for full cycle. Got this? So now first expression in AC, and these two derivations are normally coming in board examination, not in competition, because derivation is not coming at all. But here in board, derivations are normally coming for our RMS and average value. So now find the average value for current and voltage for half cycle. Let us say this is the half cycle 0 to T by 2, and function here is given I is equal to y naught sin omega t. Either you write with capital letter or small letter, doesn't matter. no difference definitely. You can write with the small or capital letter. Got it? Okay. Say now, we know the definition of current I equal to dq by dt. So dq can be written as I dt, putting the value of I here, I naught sin omega t dt. Now we are interested to find out the integration limit should be 0 to time limit 0 to t by 2, 0 to t by 2, 0 to t by 2. I think it is very simple, there is no confusion because we are taking the limit from 0 to half cycle. The limit here is 0 to t by 2. Now q, I naught. Now what is the integration of sin omega t? What is the integration of sin omega t? Can anybody tell? What is the integration of this sin omega t? Anybody? Here, integration of, yes please, come on.
Cos omega t.
Cos omega t is the wrong answer.
Minus cos.
We are not differentiating it, we are integrating it.
Cos.
Minus cos omega t. If we say only t, then your answer is correct. But it is not t, it is omega t. You have to think about this also. Yes, yes. In multiplication comes omega or in division. You learn this.
Yes,
This is the integration. Sin omega t is minus cos omega t divided by omega. In differentiation with chain rule, you have to multiply it with this. Okay? So learn this. Put this value here. Sin omega t is minus cos omega t divided by omega. Putting the limit here 0 to t by 2. Is it correct? Any doubt in this integration? You should know this. You will learn it. You will learn it.
Sir, please again explain that cos omega t.
Okay, this is the simple formula here. Suppose sin theta d theta. Integration. What the formula here? Minus cos theta. Okay or not?
Yes, sir.
But it is not theta here. It is suppose k theta. Then take k theta equal to say t or z, whatever it is. Then k d theta equal to what? dz. It means d theta can be replaced like dz by k. dz by k. So k d theta equal to dz divided by k. It means here d theta can be replaced like dz by k and k theta here is z, so sin z. Now you can integrate. It is called substitution method. Sin z is what? Minus. So minus now integrate minus in this line minus cos z. Z again replaced with k theta. So this way this is the formula here. Simply you learn it. If k is written here, take in division, in differentiation, by chain rule in multiplication. So this is the simply formula. There is no explanation.
Okay, sir. Got it.
You learn it. Okay? And this is the chapter AC. Please don't mind. For you, it will be, for bio student, it will be little bit difficult because this chapter having most of the derivation based on integration, and this is pure mathematics. While learning few formulas only, we can understand this chapter. So you learn this formula. In each and every derivation, I will write the formula also for bio students especially, or for you all. You note down this formula here also. You can learn it. Sin omega t is what? Cos omega t minus upon omega. Okay. Now is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
It's clear now. This is a simply formula here. Now putting the value or limit here minus I naught upon omega. What is omega? T is equal to 2 pi by omega, we know. If we replace it here by cross multiplication, it will be like this. Omega will be 2 pi by t. Simple. So we are putting the value of omega here 2 pi by t. I'll teach you this chapter very slowly because we know mathematical portions is there, and for bio student it is little bit difficult. So I'll take every derivation with very slow speed. Is it clear now? Putting the value of omega 2 pi by t, t comes here. Now cos omega. Omega means again 2 pi by t, and this is the upper limit t by 2 and lower limit cos 0, so everything is 0. Now think about the limit. First you take the limit upper and minus, then take the limit lower. Upper limit minus lower limit. Think about this line. Tell me if any doubt. In the second line, this one. If it is okay, then I'll. If there is any confusion, please tell me. Simply there is the formula, putting the upper and lower limit here. Okay. Now t cancel out, 2 also cancel out, and q will be minus I naught t upon 2 pi. And what is the value of cos pi? Cos pi means cos 180. What is the value of cos 180? It is also trigonometric maths. What is the value of cos pi? Anybody? Nobody. What is the value of cos 0?
Minus 1. The minus
So minus 1 cos 0 is plus 1, so minus comes here. Minus minus 2. So minus and minus come plus, and 2 cancel out. So we can write here q will be equal to minus 2. So minus cancel, 2 also cancel. So I naught t upon pi. Say equation 1. It means what here what we have derived here. Let us discuss. Suppose these are resistance here and this AC source sin omega t, and what is the current flowing in this and what is the charge flowing in half cycle. So this is the charge associated with the resistance or circuit in half cycle. So this is the expression of charge flown in the circuit in half cycle. And let's discuss, suppose I average value or I mean value, both are same thing. Either write average value or mean value, both are same thing. So Q will be I multiplied by time. What is the I? Let us say average value. Let us say this is the average value. And what is the time? Half cycle, so T by 2. Equation 1 and 2 both are same thing. So we can equate equation 1 and 2. By equating equation 1 and 2, because charge flow either calculate like this or directly if you take the average value time T by 2. So both the equation charge is same. That's why we are equating equation 1 and 2. We are getting here I average T by 2 equal to I naught T upon pi. T cancel out here. What is the value of I average? What is the value of I average?
2 and
2 I naught upon pi. This is the final formula. You put the value of pi 3.14. It is coming roughly it is coming here 63.7% of I naught. But you know this formula. We can divide 2 by 3.14 and percentage by 100. So 0.637 into 100, 63.7. It is not necessary to learn, but this is the formula you must learn. In numerical problem also, you can apply this formula. Average value for half cycle. In derivation also, it is important. It is not difficult, but for you people, Okay, you tell me any doubt. Derivation. If suppose you forget the formula, derivation will go. Because one by one step you cannot learn. You understand it? This step comes after this, by which formula, how we are putting the limit, what we are comparing, then and only then you can learn it. Just cramming is not possible for anybody. Physics by cramming, really it is difficult. It is not difficult, I think it is impossible. You have to understand each and every step. Okay, any doubt please tell me. You note down this each and every step clearly. Anybody is having any doubt, please hurry up. Yes, Adit.
यस सर सर एक बार लास्ट वाला जो इक्वेशन है ना q इक्वल्स टू I नॉट t बाय पाई उसके आगे से बता दीजिए.
Okay. आगे से there are two equations. See, there are two equations. First equation is this: q is equal to I naught t upon pi, and the second equation q is equal to I naught I average and t by 2. You equate these two things. You just equate these two things. Simple. So I average t by 2 equal to I naught t by pi. Now t will be cancelled out. What we are getting? Sorry. It means by equating the equation 1 and 2, we get the result. Simple.
तो सर ये t by 2 के लिए है ना.
I average is equal to 2 I naught upon pi. This is the result. And here by derivation I naught q is equal to I naught t upon pi, and by this meaning suppose current is there for what time? T by 2. So I naught t by 2, there is a charge flown in the circuit, this is also charge in the flown in the circuit in half cycle. So just equate it and we are getting the result. Why confusing? Just by equating 1 and 2 we are getting the result. There is nothing here.
Yes.
Up to equation 1 there is something, after that nothing is there. Okay? Should I proceed to RMS value? Now we are interested to find out the RMS value for full cycle. Because now we don't have any fear to get the value 0 because of squaring. So positive square is also positive, negative square is also positive. It means it will not be 0. So we are free to take the full cycle for RMS value, and RMS value can be measured. This value can be measured here. And the equation here is I equal to I naught sin omega t. Let us discuss. This is the resistance here. This is a symbol of AC. So this is the resistance here, and this is the current I equal to I naught sin omega t. In one cycle, complete one cycle, what is the heat developed? Heat dissipation in resistance. What is the formula of heat? I square RT. I square RT. Okay. So suppose here small heat dissipated or flown or associated with the circuit in small time, say dt. Small heat I square R dt. This is the formula, simple. Nothing. Put the value of I here. I square sin square omega t. This is the value of I. Putting the value of I here. So square, because of square I naught square sin square omega t R and dt. Just by this equation up to this point, there is no doubt, because we have simply put the value of I naught sin omega t. So there is nothing. Now what should be the limit here? 0 to t by 2 is not the limit. 0 to t is the limit, because we are taking the RMS value for full cycle. So limit should be 0 to t. It means here I not r. We cannot find the value of integration sin square omega t. That's why we have to replace it, substitute it. It means here, what the cos formula? You should know this formula also. Suppose cos 2 theta is what? 2 cos square theta minus 1. We can write this way also, or we can write this way also. This is called half angle formula. Okay? In 11th also, we have discussed this half angle formula. Suppose cos square theta can be written by this. Cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2, and sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. So you know this formula. Note down this also. And we are replacing here sin square theta. Theta here is omega t. So sin square omega t can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta. Theta means omega t. So putting it here, 1 minus cos 2 theta means omega t divided by 2. 2 comes here, and we are integrating from 0 to t. This is the limit like this. So this is simply sin square omega t can be replaced with this formula like this. Tell me any doubt? I think if you are using this formula, there is no doubt. Simply theta is replaced with omega t, nothing else. Okay? Up to this point, any doubt? If you know the formula, there is no doubt. Okay? Now integrate it. Here I naught square r upon 2. But the integration of 1 mean dt, the value of dt is what? T simply. Okay, from the 11th class also we have discussed this, so simply t. There is nothing new. Now cos t, suppose cos theta, what is the integration? Integration plus sin theta, but theta here is not theta, it is 2 omega t. So divided by this factor like k 2 omega, and the answer is not minus but plus, so sin 2 omega t divided by 2 omega. Is it? And time limit here is 0 to t. Is any doubt in this line? Yes, anybody? Other students also, other than Kunal and Aditya, anybody is having any doubt? And sin 0 is 0, so everything is 0. Now sin 4 pi, what is the value of sin 4 pi is 0. It means here everything is 0 other than this t. It means heat formula can be written as I naught square r t upon 2, say equation 1. Up to equation 1, you tell me, I am writing it here, as equal to I naught r t upon 2, equation 1, because this part is 0, this part is 0. So only this, I is naught square r capital T upon 2. This is the formula of heat in one cycle flown in the circuit. Just note down up to this. You tell me any doubt up to this point. Hurry up, please. Please. Simple. I naught
Not by 1 by root 2.
by root 2. Good. So this is the formula. Or simply we can write here ERMS also like this, E naught upon root 2. The RMS value and the maximum value, there is relation between the RMS value and the peak value or maximum value or amplitude. I naught is also called maximum value or peak value or amplitude. Simply E naught is also maximum value, this is the RMS value. The other name of RMS value, sometimes called virtual value. Sometimes it is also called virtual value or effective value. So these are effective current in one cycle. These are effective voltage or EMF in one cycle. So either you say effective value, either you say virtual value, either you say RMS value, everything is same. Different name is there only. So there is a derivation of RMS current and RMS voltage for one full cycle in its